Hello, hello. Okay, take two. Sorry, guys. My computer decided that I don't know, it wanted to do something. So, yeah, sorry about that. All right, take two. Starting over. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Um, we are starting a new canvas today, and better stay in focus, camera. Um, yeah, it's the one that I've been wanting. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while since I found it and I ordered it. And I'm sure you can tell by the title that it is The Legend of Zelda. So I'm going to flip it over real quick, but then I'm going to flip it back so we can do the kitting up um, of the drills because this has AB drills, which are prettier, I guess you could say. And I want you to be able to see them a little bit better. But so here we go. So it doesn't look like fantastic like right now, but it will obviously. There's a lot, you can see a lot of the plastic and all that stuff and the creases and all that stuff, which we have to get out yet. But that's what it is. There's the Triforce up there. Link and Zelda are there, and there's some other characters that are kind of like blurred into the signs. I think from different adventures. I don't think it's one particular game. I think it's a whole bunch of different ones put together. I'm not 100 on that, but that's what I'm thinking. So this is the first canvas I've ever gotten that's kind of more of a clothy feel. Like it's not your typical plastic canvas. So it's what they call, I think, a soft back. And so this is a little bit different for me, but I thought, it was so cute, and I wanted to pick up a couple different video game ones for, for the heck of it. But they had to be something I like really liked. They couldn't just be, oh, here we go, here's Mario, or here's, just Link by himself, It had to be something that kind of spoke to me per se. And when I saw this, I loved it because I loved the way, this is all up here and the light from the sword is coming down here. I really liked this one. So this is why I purchased this one. So, let's see here. Okay. Hopefully this will get back on track here. I think that my computer doing whatever it did kind of threw things off a little bit. So hopefully we'll get back on track here. But so I've noticed one thing about this one too, which is going to make it a little bit interesting compared to ones I've done in the past. This one actually has symbols as well as letters and numbers. So, I mean, I've done ones like that on my own. I've not done them live on stream before. So it'll be a little bit interesting, so you'll get to see what it's like when you have all kinds of different symbols and not just, your letters, numbers. And also, you'll be able to tell this is one of those canvases that if you didn't have a shaky problem like me, it would be a lot easier to probably line up your drills because it has the perfect circles they cut out for the drills. So you know right where to put them. And I have been really bad today with the whole shaky thing. Like, I mean, this hand is just, you can see how I mean, it doesn't show up on camera as bad, but I was trying to paint my nails earlier and it was just like, nope. Seems a little bit better right now. But I've also had dinner and calmed down, all that good stuff. So, okay, I'm going to flip this back over this way. So we can talk about the drills that came with it. So this one's a little bit interesting in that most of the canvases that I get do not come with a little guide. But this one does. So this is a picture of what this should look like when we're done. I know you can't see it probably up here, but you can kind of see it right here. You can kind of see a little bit. But this one has got like all of our symbols. We've got the numbers, the symbols, the color, as I've said in the past. Colors have actual numbers attached to them so they can identify what color it actually is. You know, there's a million different colors of green and shades. This helps you identify which one. This tells you, I believe, how many drills are in each bag. And I think this is like the weight. I've never seen like this before, how much the bag is filled up. I've never seen that before. And honestly, quantity, I've only ever usually seen like a quantity of like bags they give you, not quantity of how many drills. But I'm assuming that that's what this is. I mean, come on, 2,299 drills. Okay, so that's what that has to be. So, like I said, I'm not used to having a paper guide. So this is kind of interesting too. So this is a little bit of a curve for me as well, in learning how to do this kind of canvas. You know, like I said, it's soft back. I'm not used to that. It's just a little bit different for me. I did get this from a different seller than I normally buy my diamond paintings from. I also noticed all of my drills come in their own little bags, already pre-marked, which, if I'm correct here, let me see. We are going to have to go by, I'm thinking the color number, 3828, to find out what number or what symbol it's going to be. They've got numbers to tell you how many bags there should be. But this is going to tell you, you're going to have to go by bag and look at the guide to figure out what the symbol is going to be. So that'll make kitting up a little bit more interesting. The other thing I noticed, which is really cool, I've done crystal kits before. I've done regular kits. I've done square kits. This is the first time I've ever gotten the kits with the AB drills. I don't know why I hadn't been previous to that, but this is the first time I've ever done it. And as you can see, they have this really pretty sparkle about them, almost like a rainbow or a hollow covering on top. And so I was really excited when I saw these. There's several different ones. This looks like the blue. We've got like a yellow that's doing it, although it's not showing up on camera. A little bit is showing up. Like a light blue. Some of it's not showing up on camera, but you can kind of see a little bit of a glint of it. What else? We've got like a blackish that's doing it too, which is, I just think these are really cool. So I figure what we do, we just go through, chit chat while we try to match the colors, symbols, all that, and get these put in their little containers. I did bring down my big kit because these are I mean, they're in bags. They shouldn't be that difficult, but I like to put them still into, if I have overflow, into like these little things. So I've got this kit setting here ready to go too. I did not go through and make my little labels this time ahead of time, so we're going to do that too. And we are just going to do it all from the beginning because this is a whole new type of canvas for me, which is, I mean, I guess it's not as different as it could be. I'm sure that, you know, it's the same. It's just a little different of a process than the kind of canvases I'm used to working on. And I know that every place does their canvases different. I just thought it was kind of neat. I really liked the picture, so I wanted to do something. I wanted to try it. I wanted to see how it was going to be. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to try and match all these up. So, I'm going to go ahead and write out my labels. But I'm not going to put them on the trays yet. I think we're going to kind of match them up, see who, which one's got the largest amount, which one's got the smaller, and maybe even do a little color coordinating, put maybe, like, the blues together or something like that. Because there's no right or wrong way to do it. So we're going to start with the symbols, and at least these symbols down here at the bottom are not crazy. I have seen some symbols where I'm like, how do I even write that out? These ones aren't terrible, but please excuse my horrible drawing. So I need to find more of these pens. I don't know where on earth I got this pen at. I love it. It's like a fine tip marker, but I don't know what brand it is because it doesn't have a brand listed on it. I feel like it might have been a Dollar Tree thing at one point. Oh, I couldn't have done that better if I tried. So, but it works really well on these stickers because you don't want to use a regular pen. It will smear. And I don't like using, like, I need fine tips. I don't like using things that are very thick. I mean, as you've seen by just my pens, a lot of people like the thicker pens. I like the thinner pens. That's just me. I always went for all the skinny pens, the skinny markers, all that stuff. Um, I don't know, they just feel better in my hand. So, like, when I'm writing, I feel like I can grip them better and I have more control over them. This one actually has a Q. That is surprising. Q is not one that is used very often as a letter in the paintings that I've seen in the past because it's too easy to mistake a Q for an O. Okay, let's see if I can do this. All right, we got like, guess it's like a little diamond there. Got a little pound sign. Oh, that is a really sad excuse for that, but okay. All right, I've got them all written out. Let's see if we can figure out find the bags that are the numbers first. So let's see. Let's look. This is going to be the fun part, which, like I said, I've never done this before. Like this. I'm just going to dump all these out. So we need, it's like 158. Oh boy, this must be that really big one. Yep. That 2000 drill. That's a big bag there. like I said, this is totally different for me, and that's why I wanted to do, part of why I wanted to do this one on stream, because it's something totally not the way I normally do things, and I don't know, I'm just kind of like, that would be fun to do. I'm gonna learn something new along with you guys. Assuming I can find the right one. Okay, here we go. So this is number 158. All right, number 2 is 160, which happened to be right next to it. Number 3. Let's see. I'm sure there's probably a more creative way of doing this than what I'm doing it, but like I said, this is my first time doing it this way before. So, all right, we've got number 4, which is 315. Hey, Mom, where are you? Where are you? 315. We're going to do increments in 5 because I can't. Might run out of room. Or at least, I don't know, maybe we'll just do it in all the numbers. All right, we need 322. Three, where are you? 3, there we go. 322. 400. So, while I'm looking for these and talking out loud and being weird, let me see. If you guys see it and don't tell me, let me know. I don't know. I don't think you guys can see it over on this side. I didn't realize this would be this difficult. All right. 451 is our last one, and that will take care of our numbers. All right. All right, so those are our numbers. We're going to go with the numbers right now. We're going to kit those up. We're going to put those on there. Then we'll go back to the rest and start moving on. We'll go like every so many. I knew this kitting up would be a little bit longer of a process than it normally is because of the kind of drills that were involved and the way they were packaged. So I definitely wanted to take more time to kit this up, to get it all organized than I normally do. Because like my normal canvases I can do in like my sleep. But this is a little bit different for me. This also has a lot more colors than I usually do on a stream, because usually we do about 24 at the most. This one has 31. Not a big deal, you know. Just number of colors doesn't really bother me or anything like that. I'm just saying that the more colors you have, the more chance you have of a lot more of a confetti canvas, which I believe this is going to be a very big confetti canvas. So, all right. Now, I also do this with, whenever I get bags, drills that have already come in bags, I get a giant Ziploc bag. I label it what it is, usually with what size, the name of it, and, well, for the ones I'm doing on stream, I write the stream number so I can remember. Once I empty the drills into my tray, I just put the little bags in the giant bag, and then when I'm done with the canvas all together, I'll just put this in there with it, and it's all together. So, okay, I'm going to double check these as I go too. So, number 3 is 220. Oh, look at it. It's going to blend like right in with the tray because I swear they're pretty much the same color. Look. They're pretty much the same color. Irony of that, right? Yep. Dropped one. All right, number 4 is 315. Now, I have no idea how to judge with these packets just how many I want to put in here and how many I want to put into a container. So we're just kind of guessing right now. I'm thinking that might be a little much, just because it's going to make it a little difficult to get to the drills. So I found these little tiny sheets. Look at how tiny these are. They should go really good on the tops of these. So I think we're going to put a 4 in there. We're going to take a few of those out. Just so it's easier to actually hang on. The thought will come in a second. There we go. Just so it's easier to line up the drills in the little tray. So I think we're going to go ahead and pour some of those in there. And honestly, I really don't care this time about like having to get more out. I just want them to actually have room to get them all out. I think 3 is just on the cusp of it, so all right. 5 is 322. Another one. Look at that. Just seriously, I did not do this. This is all random. That the colors would match so well with the drills. It's kind of funny. Um, 6 is 400. This one definitely. I mean, I think that's kind of a. I think we can kind of tell that that's definitely going to need a little container. Now, I know everybody has different ways of doing things. I've seen so many different ways. I was watching a bunch of different things this weekend of people in the way that they kit up, the way that they do all of their stuff. And like, everybody's different. Everybody has to find the method that works the best for them. And there are many different options out there. And that's pretty... like, there's no wrong way to do it. You got to do what works for you. I know some people keep them in the little baggies like this. Some people use these little like Tic Tac ones. Some people use the round ones. Some have the giant containers that eventually one day I'd like to have. You know, there's no wrong way. You just got to do it the way that makes you feel comfortable, the way that you enjoy it. Because if you're not enjoying this, then there's no point in doing it. And enjoyment even starts with the kitting up. I love kitting up. I think kitting up is like one of my favorite parts of doing a diamond art. I don't know why I find it so much fun, but I do. It's weird, right? I really do got to find another one of these pens. I love this thing. That is too depressing for Diana. Okay, that's too depressing too. I am not in the mood to be depressed. I had a very rough week and I'm ready to try to stop being so depressed. Yeah, put a little more in there. Helps if I open this container though, right? So let's see. Okay, I think that's all right. All right, and number 8. Let's just see. We might end up having to put some of these in there too. Kind of feeling like it. So I am very glad that last week is over. It was very long. It just seemed to go on forever, especially the work days. But I was really happy because I did get a phone call from my daughter from basic training and cried like a baby for, I can't even tell you, like half the day. And we just heard, I think you could hear everybody crying in the background too. It wasn't just like us. Just different having your kid be in the military. So I know that, she's still getting adjusted and I'm still getting adjusted to her not being here. So last week, I think, as they call it in the military, 0 week, I think it was the same way here at our house. It was very hard to get through. And it's very hard to get used to her not being here, but we're slowly trying to, get used to it because that's life. She's an adult. She's moving on with her life, and it's just a little, it's a little difficult. So I don't know. I was just really glad to hear from her. I wasn't expecting a phone call so fast. I figured it'd be a while before she would be able to call, but she was able to, and I don't know when she'll be able to call next, but I'm really hoping I'll hear from her for Mother's Day, but that's not up to me, obviously. All right, let's see, it's 517. C is 518. You think there's a little rhythm here. 519. And then we're going to jump to a 720. Okay. A is 517. I think these ones are okay to just go ahead and go in to this thing here. All right, and C is 518. This is a little bit different for me. I'm not used to doing my canvases this way. It's kind of fun though. I'm trying to do it for so you guys can see better. I feel like in some of my past ones, you couldn't see as well. So we tried to do a little bit more up close. And 520. That is a pretty orange. Wow. That's pretty. I like that. Push those back there. All right, I think we're going to tray by tray. So I'm going to mark the rest of this tray and we'll just grab the drills as we do each tray. This way I don't confuse myself. All right, let's see. Throw these in here real quick too. Let's see, G803. A lot of blue. In fact, let me set that over there for right now, just so I can get it out of the way. 815. 815, 838. That one's a pretty big one too. K is 951. I know you guys probably don't want to hear all these numbers. Sorry. 976 and 3023. I'm going to say almost. I think we're definitely going to need a couple. Do I have any of these already made is the question. See, I got a C already made. I have stickers on these from previous ones, and I didn't take them off. I just left them on because I figure why put new ones on for the same letters. So, just pushing those to a different side. Won't decide you. So, let's see, 815 is going to be H, which is clear. We're going to need one for that, and we're definitely going to need one for J, if not more than one. All right, so G is 803. Okay, so this is that 815. Yeah, there's no way we're going to put all these in here, so. I don't know why I grabbed a C out. What is my issue? I almost screwed that up already. H, J. That's what I don't know where my brain just went. H and J for sure. We'll see how the rest of them go. I do like these little ones. They fit just perfectly, and I don't have to like cut like these ones. Like I usually cut these ones in half. I don't need the whole thing. I mean, look at that. It takes up the whole thing, and then you can't flip it open. So I like that. These are nice and tiny. I don't even know where I found these at. I found them in a drawer of all places. So strange, right? 14. So we're going to pour some of these in here. Ooh, that's pretty too. Come on, come on. Getting caught on my finger. The way I was holding the bag. I don't feel like spilling these. I don't trust myself, so. Break those chains that bind you. Just trying to make sure I don't mix up the colors. Okay. Like I'm a little more focused this time around than like in my kitting up. Usually I can do this, like I said, in my sleep, but like because this is a little different for me, I wanted to make sure I am paying attention. Or we'd have a great big mess on our hands, which is still a possibility with me. All right, and 976. It looks like there's some drills in here that don't belong in here, but we'll just dig those out once we get them in here. So it looks like, where's my tweezers here? It looks like we got a couple that are more than a couple. That's what I use these little green trays for odd size drills or wrong color drills that wind up in the wrong spot. So that way, I usually just add them to my little jar that I have. For the most part, I keep all the drills and I keep them labeled according to what canvas they came from. But previous to me doing that, I had a jar that I filled with drills. So I still have it, and I add the random drills here and there to it, which isn't very much. Okay, we did Q. Let's see. Go ahead and label another one. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. Isn't too bad here. The weather is up and down like a yo-yo again. Can't make up its mind. It was nice, then it got cold, then it got ridiculously humid. It's like we're bouncing between spring, summer, and fall at the same time, and it just can't make up its mind. Which is really, really annoying. 3731. 3790. 3828. 3830, which is the one I just had in my hand, and 3831. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to dress. Don't know how Like right now, I have a sweatshirt on because I got cold and now I'm hot again. So go figure. I think I'm going to make 2 Rs. I have a feeling we're going to need 2 containers for R. If not, then I'll have an extra R for a different kit when that comes about. Because clearly there's quite a few in this one. This is probably our biggest color right here. Yeah, I don't want to fill it any more than that. Even that's maybe slightly overfilled, but oh well. All right, dropping a few here and there. The hazards of diamond art is that you find drills everywhere for ages afterwards, and you don't even know how or where they came from. 71. 3731 is S. It's so funny when I find a random drill, I'm like, I haven't done anything with that color in ages now. I think we'll keep it for right now, but if I have to, I will go ahead and make something for that one. All right, 3238. Sometimes I don't realize I need a container until after I start trying to get the drills out. And there's just no room to line them up. Usually I can maneuver it a little bit. But that's, I mean, that's just me. 3830. All right, W3831. We'll see on this one too. I think this one will be okay though. I'm going to go ahead and make one for this. I don't know, it's bothering me. I started a new kit upstairs in my private, I say private, but it's just that I don't do it on stream, so it's not really like private. It's not like it's something crazy or secretive. It's just something I don't do on stream. So I was working on that all day. But I couldn't wait to get down here and kit this one up. Even though the computer decided that it wanted to be a pain in the rear and, just give me issues today. All right. We've got X, Y, X, Y, Z. So clearly I only have 6 spaces. So I brought down just my single tray that looks like this. So I can put this lid on it in case I need to. I don't have any more of these trays available right now because, like I said, I have another kit going on, and I do have some on order. They just have not come in yet. They're due to come in this week. I'm kind of, like I said, obsessed with these trays. Now they come with lids, but you know, you can't buy the lids separate. It would have been great to have been able to have lids with them when they first came out, but you know. So from what I can tell here, it looks like 82OR, which is the question mark, is our largest one of what's left. So it is the last one that kind of works. It's going to go in that little pink leaf one. And keeps us alive, all you people. Oh, that was just really, really put on there really the wrong way. All right, and then we got this, I don't know, upside down square. Little ampersand. I'm going to take the top of that off, but how do I want to do this on this one? Well, we'll just put it in the tray. Yeah. All right. We've got 310, 44R, 45R. Ooh, I don't like that number. That's, yeah, I'm superstitious. I don't like that number. These are really pretty. You can see the sparkle on the camera. That's cool. I'm glad that they show up. I was afraid they wouldn't. Yeah, like, that was really pretty. I don't think the yellow is showing up as good as pretty as it actually is, or both yellows actually. All of these are AB drills. So all of these have that like hollow coloring to them, so they kind of have a little bit of a rainbow effect to them. They give your canvas a little extra sparkle. I really don't like this number, and ironically it's red. Oh well. I mean, I get it's just a number, but like I said, when you're superstitious like me and you see that number, you're just kind of like, no. Oops. We're going to switch these. Beautiful of that. I will change the labels because I grabbed the wrong one. 740, it should be that, and 755, which is the one I just put in there, should be that. See? Told you I'd screw it up. I got cocky. It was towards the end. I figured I was good. And look at that. All right. This is the fun part, is having to move all these trays around. But I do it so much anymore that it doesn't really faze me. Come on to the radio and sing along with every song we do. I'm not going to put all of these in here either. All right, get these out here. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the lid on that one for right now, just because. All right, so we've gotten all. We got a random drill. We're just gonna shove that over there for right now. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. This is our bag of bags. So let's just set that up there for right now. Okay. And I also got a couple leftover tabs. I'm just going to stick them in here for right now. Now, usually, I think we'll even stick this in here. Go ahead and stick that in there as well. Okay. So usually, most of my canvases are, let's flip her over here. We'll get this squared away in a few seconds. Majority of them are a 140 when it comes to using a stencil. This one, however, decided to be different, and this is one of those rare occasions where you're going to use a 140.5. It's right in between the two. And so I needed the other one. I had to go upstairs real fast before we started because I realized that 140 is not right. And so we're 140.5 for this. Okay. I'm also not going to put a border around this because if you can see at the bottom and stuff like that, this is like really thin. Like there's not a whole lot of room. The tape is almost the full length of this. So I think we're just going to skip the border tape this time around, the washi tape on the outside. And we're just going to go ahead and just use our divider tapes, which I brought 2 different ones down because I couldn't remember what color I wanted to do. So I was just like, I'm just going to grab whatever. I think we'll start with this one first. I tried to use a little bit of something contrasting so I can see the lines better, but so I think we're going to do a green to start with. But let's get this a little bit more situated. I've noticed that this plastic too also peels like really, it tears really easily too. So I'm going to try and straighten some of this out a little bit. Try to get some of these creases out. I mean, it is pretty flat considering it was on a roll, and I managed to get it off, get it, you know. So like, I really don't know if it's doing a whole lot. You can't really tell. So I don't know if I'm even really going to worry about it. Let's turn this on here. Now, it's going to get real bright until I get it down. No, let's go up a little bit higher than that. I, some of these touchpads are, that doesn't look terrible. Okay, we're going to make a few adjustments. We're going to get the camera straightened out and all that stuff. So give me a minute here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try and measure this one out real quick so we can do a quick mark with our pen. I kept moving in my mind. So the double H's is where we're going to end. This one is probably going to take us a little bit more time than I was trying to hurry through some of the other canvases, but I think we're going to take our time, good old time with this one. I'm really trying not to shake. You have no idea. Like I'm pushing on my fingertips so hard so that way you guys don't see my hands shake the way that they do. It's really annoying and kind of embarrassing to a slight degree. All right, and as I recall, I didn't want to do the whole way over. Okay, I think we're just going to divide this into like threes. Or fours. Threes, fours. Somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Let's just go with that. The biggest thing is to make sure that if you're going to use a stencil that you have the right space. Sometimes I go ahead and I do the whole canvas. Sometimes I just do piece at a time. I think tonight we're just going to do piece at a time. We'll see how it goes. I got some wax here. Get some other pieces out just to have them. Quicker, quicker. I do. Okay. Let's try to focus in a little bit more. All right, how's that? I'm very bad at doing the camera, so. And the top is always the worst section for me. I feel like it's still just not quite. There. That seems like it works. That's good. You guys can see all the letters. You can see all the little symbols and the circles around all of them. So, all right. I almost think it's time for a new blade because I think that this little one that I've had for a while now is really starting to just say no. And I know a lot of people use the release papers. I don't know. I like the fun of cutting. of cutting the plastic. I like. That is just a me thing once again. All right, let's see how well I can get this to like pull off. Good. I hate when you go to do that and all of it like splits on you. I'm going to hang on to that little piece for right now just because if I feel the need, like my fingers are going to get stuck, I'm going to go ahead and use that as a guide instead of washi tape. Don't mind my big head if it's in the way for just a second. I'm just trying to get my stencil to line up. All right. Okay, so this is that was it. We kitted up. We got our first section cut and ready to go. We're gonna grab our tools, which are to the other side over here, which somehow I keep moving this way instead of this way, but I mean, you guys get it, you know, all my tools are over here, you know. It's because it's at the top, and I always, when it's at the top, I always tend to move around a lot because it's a little difficult to do without getting my head in the way. I was, like I said, working on some stuff earlier today, so I did have I did clean all of my pens and everything today. So in preparation for this, I cleaned all of my trays. So I cleaned all of these out, you know, because you get wax buildup in them from your pens and pushing down. So I cleaned all of these out. I cleaned all of my pens just to get all the excess residue that was on them. I think once in a while, it's a really good idea to do that. That's a me thing. I don't know if you have to do that, but I feel like a good cleaning helps everything. So, yeah, so I went ahead and did that previously from our past project. So this is slightly different for me because there's a picture in the background, but previous canvases had the circles were the color. This is just all numbers with white circles. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of exciting. I mean, you know where the blue is going to go. You know where the yellow is going to go, just slightly by the background, but the whole thing isn't colored that color. Um, I don't know if I can show you an example of what I mean in case you're not understanding. Let's see. See if I got something close here. Hang on. Okay, so for example, on this kit, you can see that the whole background is filled in. And this one, the background's only slightly filled in. So, I mean, you're going to know what kit goes where. And I think this was a square kit too. So, you know, it's not as good as an example as a round kit. Yeah, I think all those might be square. So those, they're not going to do the circles to show you, to tell you what I mean. But like in previous ones, whatever number it was colored that color as well. Whereas all these are kind of white and you only get the little bit on the edge to tell you what color it is. So I hope that makes sense. Usually I'm more of a, I'm trying to get into the, you know, being a little more informative about the way I do some things too. I mean, I have in the past, but then I have times where all I do is gab. So I thought with a new canvas, we'd do a little bit of tutorial stuff first, and then we get into the gabbing mode, which we have now come to. Like I said, it all the way up here is like, it's like I have to stretch a little bit just so my head doesn't get in the way of the camera. And I still have tape stuck to me. Thank you. You're much better at this than I am. I tried, but I could not get it to go as good as I would like it to have gone. Thank you very much, my helper. And geez Louise, I am hot as can be down here now. Not in the mood for that one. Oh yeah, give me some Linkin Park. I promise I am going to get a new music list very soon here. I don't know if you can see this. Look at me. Dang shakes. I mean, you can see my hand. It is ridiculous. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately. It's hard to be a diamond painter and have a shake that bad sometimes. That's why I use my stencil, because I can't freehand it. I would never be able to get them where I want them. And then my OCD would take over. And yeah. I think it would turn into something that I stopped enjoying. And it would just be because of my OCD, not because of anything else. Just it just stinks having a shake. Like I said, trying to paint my nails this afternoon, I was like, are you kidding me? It just was not working. right. Did we get them all? Nope. Missed. So it stinks that the weekend's over. We're already back to the work week. And there, I thought I saw another one. Yeah, I mean, I swear, the weekends just go so fast. You can't keep up. You know, if you're like me, you know, you work and then you got to come home and you know, or if you work from home like I work from home, you still have all the housework to do on the weekends. And it's just like, I don't know, sometimes you feel like you just cannot get caught up for the life of you. This weekend, I purposely did not want to do anything this weekend. Like I said, it was a crazy week, you know, with our daughter leaving and everything. We had, you know, a party for her last weekend, and honestly this week I just did not have it in me to do stuff. So I did some diamond painting. I did some coloring, which was nice because I haven't had a chance to do some coloring in a while, and I was very, very behind on my challenge. So I was trying to get that all caught up. Which I don't know, maybe I'll do that on here sometime to show you guys what I'm talking about. Um, it's a coloring app. You don't get anything out of it, but as you know, a person who's a bit more of a completionist and like especially when it comes to games or anything I do, um, I want all the trophies. What can I say? I want all the trophies. I want to be able to say that I did that. And one of the challenges is to color one it's supposed to be one picture every day for a year. Now you can go back and do them, you know, like you don't have to do them the day of. You can do them um you can wait a week or something and just do all seven it, you know. Or I mean if you really wanted to do a month, you could. The point is that they have them designated as certain dates. And as long as you complete the picture of that date, it counts towards the trophy. So I've attempted to do the year-long one 4 times now, and I have failed every time because I've gotten to the point where I just could not get caught back up, or things happened, or it just annoyed me that I was so far behind that I just stopped altogether. So this time I'm trying to complete that, and I've got several other trophies that I'm in the process of doing. It's just my fun little thing that I like to do on the side, sometimes as a side thing when I'm watching TV. Um, I've always liked to color, so it's kind of something fun I could just do on the side. Um, so yeah, so I got some of that caught up. I got that all caught up. And I watched a couple movies. I watched one with my daughter and one with my daughter and my husband. And every weekend I like to watch my On Patrol Live. So I love watching that cop show. I know a lot of, you know, not a lot of people like that, but I love that show. I just think I don't know. I just think it's fun. I used to love watching Cops when it was on TV. So I don't know why I like it. I just do. And sometimes you learn stuff too. Um, so yeah. And here we are. It's Sunday afternoon. Well, Sunday evening almost. Or we call it night. Close. Close. We'll stick with evening for right now. I think anything after 8 p.m. is night. So yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. I was just glad to just not do a lot because of the chaos of the last week. And yeah, I don't know. It's an adjustment having your kid move out and go off and start their own life, especially someplace that you can't be near them. You can't call them whenever you want to. You can't like video chat. You're seemingly cut off from them while they get through basic training, which is I think 7.5 weeks. After that, even though she won't be here necessarily, it'll still be easier to get in contact with her because she won't have that restriction anymore. I mean, obviously, when she's in school or in training, you can't talk, but that's like anybody who's at work sometimes. But, you can call in the evenings and stuff like that. I think the no contact thing is the hardest part of the whole thing. So then, of course, when she calls, I'm like, my brain's running around like, what do I have so much to tell you and I don't know where to begin. And I ramble as enough as it is. Like, I'm really rambling tonight, I think. I'm like on a kick. Uh, yeah, I hate doing the top sections on streams. It really is like kind of difficult on my neck. But that's okay. It's worth it. And so next weekend is Mother's Day, and I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I don't think we've planned. I don't have any ideas this year of things that I want to do. It's just I don't know. Honestly, I feel like these are a little bit more difficult to like make sure you find all of them. I'm gonna put down my sleeve because my arm is sticking to the plastic. Let's see. So yeah, it was a weekend of older movies too that we watched, which was kind of fun. Um, my daughter and I watched this. I think it was a 2008 movie. Um, Shoot, it was a British movie of some kind. It was really good, but I honestly couldn't tell you what the name of it is now because I know I think it was like I don't know if it was I think it was Angus Thongs and Snogging, I believe, but it could be wrong on the whole title. I know Angus is definitely in there because that was an important part. But it was actually really cute. And then the three of us sat down and watched oh Was it Idiocracy or something like that? You know, that was an older movie too. It was pretty funny. I really honestly I probably have seen it. In fact, I know I've seen it, but I don't remember. I didn't remember any of it. Had like Luke Wilson in it and Maya Rudolph. Um, but yeah, that was a good one too. And I also watched Young Sherlock Holmes. I haven't watched that movie in ages. I just decided to like throw it on, and I don't know why it sprung into my head, but I was like, hey, sounds good. I haven't seen that in forever, so I threw that on too. So yeah, I watched a lot of TV this weekend, but I just needed it. I needed like the break. Okay, as much as I wanted to not stick to the plastic, I'm too hot, so I'm just going to pull my sleeve anyway. Mm. Grab some more wax on this one. See, I keep moving the whole thing when I go over to do something because it's like poking me right in the chest. It doesn't have as much give as I'd like it to do because it's way up high. That's all right. I'm like I said, I'll live. Hmm. All right, I think I'm gonna switch tools. I do love this two placer. I mean, I didn't think I would like a two placer for the focus or not, but I do. I mean, I know you can easily just use your single placer and go two, but I don't know. Like I said, I just really like it. Everybody needs somebody to love. Everybody needs somebody. It's hard to hold on, but there's no one to lean. Ah! That's usually why I put washi tape at the top. But said it's so thin on this side. I think the washi tape is actually bigger than the outside frame. So I think I'm just gonna try and do it without it. Which is not like me. I usually put washi tape around all of my canvases, but we're doing something different. New canvas, new way of doing it. Let's see where it takes us. If it gets to the point where I can't stand it, I'll do it anyway, but unfortunately, I don't have any like medium size washi tape. I've got large and I've got small. I need a good medium is what I probably need. The faith, the faith. Oh, we gotta keep I said more sevens. Don't make a liar out of me. I know there's more on here. All right then. Well, I guess maybe I did get them all. I'll probably find another one because that's usually how that works, you know. There's a ton of stuff I want to try to get done this week, but we'll see. I'm hoping that I have time in my, I know this sounds weird, but like my energy level, like that I'm like I got enough energy to even want to do it. You know what I mean? It's not a 7. Yes, it is. Told you I probably missed another one. Because it's just, you know, sometimes you just don't have any energy to do any of the things you want to do, and I have that problem. Now, I have some days where I'm so motivated, it's ridiculous. I mean, I can do so much stuff, and then days where it's just like, nope. Mm-mm. Oh, I missed an 8. Let's see. All right, grabbed that one. Yeah, but I've got some paperwork I want to get like ready. There's supposed to be a shred event coming up close to us, and I just want to take all of it and get rid of it all because I hate paperwork, but I'm not about to just toss my paperwork into the garbage. So you can only keep up with so much shredding sometimes. It always seems to find a way to overwhelm you. So I want to get some of that stuff ready to go. And you know, you have to do the normal things like, you know, grocery shopping and stuff and try to figure out what to make for dinner all week. And it's always the never ending question. And I never know what to make. I try to go off of what's, you know, on sale for the week. But lately it's been a whole lot of nothing. Like just nothing good has been on sale. You know, and then the adjusting to like cutting your, you know, back how much I make because I don't need to make as much as I used to. So, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know, just a lot of things I want to try to get done this week. I'm trying to be motivated. I really need to do like a good spring cleaning. It's time to like scrub the carpets and all that good stuff, but the weather is not cooperating for that right now. Because it has been raining a ton again. Let's see. Do we have any D's? I don't think so. All right, I don't think we have any more on that tray. So let's scooch over to the next one. Moving that out of the way. You break and you take what you get and you turn and find you fake it. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. loud, what you yelling for? Stay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you will see when somebody else. Get off there. You look like a fool to me. Tell me. That's okay. Honestly, you promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. So I do my single places. Sometimes I like to change, sometimes I don't. I just don't, I don't know. You know, like I don't have any rhyme or reason to how I do stuff. I'd like to say that I do most of the time. It's just how it strikes me at the moment. It's like if I only have like one or two spots that needs, you could use a multi-placer on, I'm like, forget it. I'll just use the single placer because I don't want to trade pens again. But then there's other times where I'm like, oh no, I ain't doing all that single. It just really depends. And like I said, this is definitely a confetti canvas. So there's not a whole lot of color blocking on this canvas, which makes your process go slower. Let's see, I just missed an 8 too over here. So it makes doing these kinds of canvases go slower, which is fine, you know. But usually you find that you need your single placer more than anything. And I missed another 7. Look at that. See, I told you. I knew I'd miss more. To break it back down. All right, I think I got all the G's for right now. I was gonna say I didn't see any H's, but they're all over the place. Jeez. Ugh. Let's see. I think we are just going to go ahead and jump to the R2 for this one because it does look like they're in groups of 2. More so than single. Like I said, that's another thing too, is there's a lot of them. A lot of like groups of 2, then yeah, I'll go ahead and grab my multi-placer, but like I said, if they're just around here and there, I won't. Like there's like 2 or something, then I will just stick with my my single placer. Really, honestly, it just depends on my mood at the moment, like I said. Let's see. H over there. I can't sing as even remotely well. I mean, I can't sing at all, but I mean, like, this far hunched over. And grab a swig of. Did I get this? Is called Ice Pop Prime Ice Pop. It's supposed to taste like the red, white, and blue popsicles, and I would say yeah, it pretty much does. I thought I'd try it for something different, but I don't know if I'd get it again. Let's see. Do anything for love. Run right into hell and back. And lie to you, and that's a fact. Oh no, no way. And I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna jump back over here again. Some days I feel uneasy. Some days it don't come hard. Some days it don't come at all. And these are the days that never end. Yeah, this canvas is definitely going to be a slower moving canvas, but I mean, like, I'm okay with that. Sometimes I just want to do a quick color blocking one, but this one I loved it when I saw it, and I've been searching around for a while for a good Zelda canvas. I mean, I've seen a couple. There were a couple cute ones. One I almost got, and then I came across this one, and I really wanted something with the Triforce on it because I just thought I mean, that's just awesome looking, So I was very excited when I found this one. I found a couple others that other canvases that I can't wait to do too, but they are probably going to be very confetti like too. So I think after this canvas, we'll go to something, I don't know, a little less, a little more of a color blocking, I think, I'm trying to change it up between, the different styles so you can get an idea of all the different kinds of canvases there are out there. I don't know if I could ever do a square canvas on here because you would see ridiculously how badly, I mean, even worse than this, that I shake. Maybe. And when I've done the square canvases in the past, I for the life of me can't use a pen. I have to use these when it comes to square drills. I don't know why, but I've got to use tweezers. I cannot use the pen to pick up square drills. I don't know what is wrong with me when it comes to that. I don't know. Or maybe it's because I just don't have as much experience with square drills. Hello, Nin. How are you? I know. Yeah. Yeah, Mila have made it's slow. It is very much a confetti canvas, so it's going to be a little slower going, but I don't know if you can, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can definitely see the Triforce up here. But this is the sword down here, and this is Link, and well, down here at the bottom, we got Link and Zelda, and there's several other characters that are like silhouetted throughout. So this one has been a little bit different of a canvas because it is a softback canvas, which means it's more of a cloth than a regular canvas that I normally do. And also the the drills were labeled very differently, so it took a while to go through. Yeah, it's going to be a little busy. It's definitely a slower moving one. It's a different size and everything. I mean, it's a 30 by 40, but the placing is different, so I had to get it I had to dig out a different placer too, stencil too. So, yeah, it's a little bit slower going, but look at these. This is my first canvas that I've gotten that has what they call AB drills, and I don't know how well you can see, but they like change color. They have like a holographic um coating to them. Like you can see the red, it's got like this blue going on. Um so yeah, that's kind of neat. I haven't actually gotten a canvas that had those before. I've gotten crystal canvases that are all crystals, which are, fun and nice and stuff like that too. But I've never done one that had those kinds of drills before. So I think that'll make this canvas look really cool because I mean it's Zelda to begin with. So, you know, to make this Triforce like sparkle would be like so cool. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. It took a little while to kit up, and it's taking a little while to get all these drills down because there are just so many of them. This one has 31 colors versus the normal like 24 that I do. So we've got a lot more colors to deal with. But when I saw it, I just had to get it. I was looking for a good, like I said earlier, I was looking for a good Zelda one. I found a couple of Link. I liked them, but when I saw this one, I was just like, yep, that's it. So this is the one that I had to wait for like about a month before it actually came in, and was so excited when it actually did. If You Like Me, Love Have, Unbreakable, Choir, the Jim Steinman album, Bad for Good for You. Huh. I think I liked Meatloaf because he had his resurgence when I was in high school, and so all of those songs had just come out, and that's oh, bad for good. Um, you know, and that's where I got into like even knowing who Meatloaf was, to be honest with you. um, but yeah, that was like during that time. Well, okay. Alrighty then. Well, I didn't know that either. Like I said, I just knew it was on the radio most of the time at that point in time. Now I know the one song. What is 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's an older song, and then the Dashboard Light song that was an older one too, right? I can't remember. Those were the ones. That was 19. Wow, that was before I was born. Jeez. But I remember the big resurgence of his music, and everybody was like listening to Meatloaf again. And then he was in the Spice Girls movie, which cracks me up. That too is epic. I'm Yeah, I'm thinking that that's sounds very familiar. At that point, like I said, I was whatever was on the radio is what I knew at the time, which anymore seems like a very distant memory. I immediately bought that one as soon as I had the money. I had borrowed a cassette of that too and dubbed it. Oh, I remember those days too when you could do that. You got so excited when you knew somebody who had the double cassette player so you could copy their albums, you know? Otherwise, you were stuck like trying to, well, if it was a newer song, trying to record it off the radio and pray the DJ didn't cut it off or talk over the end of it of a song that you liked. Then I proceeded to buy every single Meatloaf album I could find pre internet. Oh, wow. How many albums did he have? Because I don't really know. Come on, go in there. I got the Jim Steinman Bad for Good on vinyl eventually. Oh, wow. My daughter's like that. When she finds an album she really, really loves, she tries to get it on vinyl. We done taught her right. I don't think any of her friends have record players or even, even own any vinyls or anything like that. Like I said, he did like 20. Wow. Honestly, I only remember a few by name and only a few songs, but I remember liking all the ones that I did hear because it seemed to be just particular songs like really researched when I was in high school that people were listening to. Dang, high school, that was a while ago, man. I don't care for vinyl, but it was the only copy I could find. I don't think there's anything wrong with vinyl. I think the problem with vinyl back then was one, the scratching, and two, um, it was much easier to store a little cassette than it was to store the big records. So that they wouldn't get warped or wouldn't get cracked or, I mean, you know what I mean? Big and bulky. I mean, even 8 tracks were easier to store. Yes, I had some 8 tracks, not very many though. They were my parents more so than mine. Most of the time, we didn't have an 8 track player that would actually work to listen to them. So, but we had them nonetheless. think I'm getting a little bit on a Bon Jovi kick again because I don't know if there's a documentary or something coming out about him. I keep seeing it advertised, and I'm like, I kind of want to see it, but I don't know why I got that out. I don't need that color at all. Always. Regular albums, Bad of a Hell released October 21st, 1977. I think that was definitely one that was being played a lot. Dead Ringer released September 4th, 1981. Midnight at the Lost and Found. I remember that title, Midnight at the Lost and Found, released April 1983. Bad Attitude, November 2nd, 1984. Blind Before I Stop, released September 22nd, 1986. Bad Out of Hell. Back Into Hell, yeah, I remember that one too, for 86. I mean, like, I remember these album names sound familiar, but, like, couldn't tell you much about them, but the names sound familiar. September 14th, 1993, Welcome to the Neighborhood, released. October 30th, 1995, Couldn't Have Said It Better, released. September 23rd, 2003. I didn't even know he had one in 2003 released. Bad Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose, released October 20th, 2006. Ain't Cool Teddy Bear, released April 19th, 2010. Hell in a Handbasket, released September 30th, 2011. Braver Than We Are, September 9th, 2016. Where was I? I don't remember any of these from the 2000s. Like, no idea where I was when all that was coming out. Because you'd think I would have known. Well, I take that back. All that time I was probably listening to whatever the kids wanted at that point in time. So, but yeah, you'd think I would have known some of that, or would have heard, or something. I don't know. Up until 2010, I had every song memorized. Wow. So, what is your all-time favorite? Or can't you name an all-time favorite? Because I know some people have that trouble with it. Like, there's no way. See, exactly. Hard to pick. Yeah, that's what I figured. It would be too hard. I don't know most of them. Bad Out of Hell 2 was the only one I owned. Got it on CD freshman year when it came out. Yeah, like I said, I think that's when, his huge resurgence was, and that's when I even really knew who he was. Bad Attitude should have had some airplay. It probably did. So Bat 1, 2, and 3 were all written by Jim Steinman. Oh, okay. So they should all have kind of a similar feel then, right? Always. Yeah, unfortunately, I know by that point a lot of people would be like, should have seen, would have seen Meatloaf in, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I didn't actually see that until I was way older. Or else I might have known him sooner than that, but yeah, I didn't see that until I don't even know how old was I. The hits come from Bat 1 and 2. Well, he was part of Dead Ringer for Love as well, but that didn't do so hot. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I do love it now. Now that I've seen it, I mean, like, but I hadn't seen it, and when I finally did, I'm yeah, definitely. That is like one of our big Halloween things that we do every year. Is we try to make it a point to watch that. Okay, this is a little depressing. Not in the mood. Had enough with the depressing this week, like I said. But I was really happy to actually be able to talk to her on to my daughter on she called on Friday. I got a chance to talk to her for 20 minutes. So we used to go watch some folks do a live performance in front of the movie. See, I've never been to one of the performances where they do all the like props and stuff. I mean, I don't even know what all the props are supposed to be for it, but I mean, I know some of them, but I've never been for like that. Yeah, but I didn't see it till I was how old? Yeah, there were some things I didn't get to see until like way later on because my dad was kind of picky about what we watched and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, that was definitely not something I was allowed to watch. So by the time, I could watch it, I just kind of forgot all about it. And then, I don't know, came up one day and then, yeah. It's kind of the same thing, believe it or not, um, with Grease. I wasn't allowed to watch that either until I don't know how old. I don't get why because there's nothing bad in that. I wasn't supposed to watch Dirty Dancing either, but guess what? That one I managed to sneak by. It's fun. Make sure Unbreakable is gonna drive home and have some wine when you get to go see it. Yeah, maybe one of these days. You never know. It's like as we said, the kids are getting older. They're leaving the house. I said we can go back to dating. Doing all that fun stuff we used to do like way back in the day before we had kids. At, at most, those movies were tongue in cheek. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna do some of these fun hair drills here. Yay! I don't know how many colors are gonna be in here, but we don't have X, but we've got Y. Yeah, I really did. Yeah, I really did like enjoy that and stuff like that. My dad is just very old school. That's why. And I mean that in every sense of the word, old school, by the way. And that's all I'll say about that. Ah! My whole wax just popped out. I'm gonna get some more. That was weird. They just all popped out. Okay, these drills do not like my wax. Must be something on the coating. I think, well, yeah, I think you can kind of deduce from that. Yeah, okay, these AB drills don't like my wax. They just keep pulling the wax right out. I don't want to have to go get putty for these. I don't really like using putty, but we'll see. Let me. Okay. Enjoy that phone call. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I might have to use putty on those. Must just be something about the coating on them. It doesn't like the wax. These are really pretty. These are definitely my favorite of the group as far as colors goes. Look at them sparkle. Well, they're sparkling on camera. I mean, you can kind of tell that they're a little different. That is just a regular drill that got mixed in there. Sorry, I keep moving it all around. Oh, where do we go now? Let's see if it's gonna pull more of my wax out or if it's gonna be nice. It wants to pull out the wax for some reason. This is why I usually stick to canvases. I know like how they work, but I just really wanted to try this one and I like it. I'm just not used to working with these. They're really pretty though. Let me get rid of this one though, because it looks like it's like cracked. All right, I'm gonna attempt it. Let's see. I hope that it doesn't pull out the wax consistently, but let's see. Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I think I tend to overfill my pen as it is, which is just me. And it might be that it doesn't like when you overfill the pen. Well, there's only 4 there. We'll just go ahead and stick those in there since there's only 4. I cannot wait until we get the top of this done because I don't have to lean forward so much. But yeah, as you can see, this is very, very much going to take some time to do. This is not going to be a fast canvas. But I'm okay with that, you know. We have I have some canvases that I get done in really short amount of time, and then I have ones that I get done quickly. I mean, it just depends on what it's of and what kind of canvas it is. You know, like I said, color blocking goes by really fast. It's, you know, especially with multi-placers. But canvases like this, these are going to take more time because you're constantly changing out pens and colors. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's okay. Yeah, see, it's just tearing out my wax for some reason, and I don't like that it's doing that. Now, I don't know if that's what they always do or not, because like I said, this is my first canvas that I've ever actually had these kinds of drills on. So, and that's weird considering how many canvases and how long I've been diamond painting that I've never had one with these. I just never have. It's not for any like one purpose or non-purpose. It was just like one of those things that just happened. It's like I didn't look for canvases that had these kinds of drills. I just looked for things that I liked. And Yeah. So, like I said, this is the first time I've had a canvas with these. I know that there's a lot of canvases that do have these, especially from a lot of the different places you can get diamond paintings. But I don't know. I've just never used them before because I most of the kits I have gotten, I just didn't have them because I guess there was no need, or I don't know. I don't know how, but no, it's weird. So I'm learning as I'm going here with you, along with you guys. Maybe it's something with the extra shiny coating that makes them hard to work with. See, that's what I'm thinking. That there's something with this coating on them that is pulling, like the wax likes it, and it just pulls the wax out. But and then you don't get enough wax. It's like a hit or miss thing. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just pressing too hard. Maybe I need to be a little lighter handed with them, which is a good possibility too, because like I said, I tend to be a harder presser, but maybe these ones don't need that. They don't need the extra pressure. But that's just me. That's just the way I do it. So let's see. Yeah, so this canvas has been all kinds of different for me. From kitting up to the kinds of drills to the size to the actual canvas itself. So it's definitely been a new experience, and so it's kind of fun to try something new. Do they look nice and shiny? Yeah, I think they could look shinier, but like in person they look like they're way shinier. But I mean, you could see the difference. All right, let's pull this one off here. Like I'm gonna have to put it all the way up here just so you guys can to see me pull it off. Let's see if they'll be nice little drills. I died every day waiting for you. I'll tell you what, definitely some very, very strong adhesive on this canvas. I'll push a few of these down. You didn't know. Oh, there we go. They are really nice and shiny. They're really cute. The yellow ones aren't showing up as well as the um other colors are. I'm hoping this song comes out pretty. I mean, I don't see why it won't. I'm so. All right, I think this is where we're gonna call it a night tonight with work tomorrow and all that good stuff. And I just really wanted to get the kitting up done and at least, try it out and see how it is and the square and stuff like that. So, um, I should be, and we should be posting my what's going to be my normal schedule. So it should be, um, Alanis Morissette, huh? I haven't listened to her in a while, except for like I think we had an 90s mix going on in the car the other day. So, but yeah. So, my schedule should be Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for right now. Could be a surprise stream in there, but that is going to be my regular times. And I'm trying to start a little bit earlier, so because on the weekdays people are going to bed and stuff like that, so I don't want to like be going too terribly late because all of us, with work and stuff in the morning too. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it tonight. So thank you guys for joining me on my kidding up. And despite my massive, oh, that's all right, no worries. My massive computer problem in the very beginning, where it decided to crash everything on me, was not fun. But at least we got it working now. So anyway, I will be back on Tuesday. Um, you guys have a great week. Well, beginning of your week. Have a great Monday, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.